A delegate of surgeons from a hospital in London has been performing facial reconstruction surgery since last Monday here in Addis Ababa. The medical team will remain on their volunteer task for the coming 10 days. Emmanuel Abi has been in attendance since their arrival on Saturday, and he will tell us more on that.
Noma is an acute and ravaging gangrenous disease which affects the face. This disease mainly affects children under the age of 6, which live in a vicious circle of extreme poverty and chronic malnutrition. Face in Africa has been funding the delegates of voluntary surgeons from the UK, Germany and Holland to perform facial reconstruction in Ethiopia. Face in Africa was founded by Chris Lawrence 14 years back. Since then, several facial surgeries have been performed to the victims of the disease of Noma.
Well, Facing Africa was, I started it about 14 years ago with two main aims. One was to help people in Africa who have this terrible disease called Noma, to do facial reconstruction, to mend their faces and give them new lives. And the second part of it, and which is also very important, is to encourage Ethiopian doctors and surgeons and nurses to come and join our teams, to participate in our work so that they can learn new techniques and the way very complex surgery is done.
A delegate comprising of 17 British surgeons has arrived in Ethiopia last week. Face in Africa, in collaboration with the Korean hospital, has arranged necessary equipment to help the surgeons perform their tasks.
Such kinds of surgical treatments cost in tens of thousands of dollars. But Face in Africa is providing this service with zero price. 3 times in a year, around 50 facial deformities take surgical treatment here at the Korean hospital.
Hiroshin Shikawa is one of the team of the surgeons. He said besides helping victims of Noma, the facial surgeries encourage two-way learning between the volunteers and the Ethiopian doctors.
I think it's very important for Ethiopian medical students and all surgical reconstructive trainees and surgeons to maybe come and see all the teams who come here from elsewhere. I always learn so much myself when I go to a different place. So I think it's important for the future of Ethiopia for 2 things really. I think the doctors have to see as much of the technology from outside Ethiopia as possible.
Plastic and reconstructive surgeon at the Zauditu Memorial Hospital, Dr. Abi Hailu also shares Dr. Hiroshin's idea.
So I have been exposed to different surgical techniques which are not usually done here. For example, if you see here, what they are doing is microvascular surgery, operating on different body parts, taking one body part to other part of the body using microscopes and so on. So these things are not commonly done in our country.
Mastakima suffers from Noma. She got infected while she was 2-year-old in her. She came to Managisha, where Face in Africa provides treatment 2 years back. Chris, founder of Face in Africa, told us some amazing facts about her.
And this is what Mr. Kima looked like before her first surgery. This is a typical Noma infection, and she had her first operation 2 years ago that filled in the hole, and the flap, the piece of flesh filling the hole, was taken from her arm. And then last year she had another operation.
Asafa Gami is now nursing Mastakima. A day after her 4th surgery, we've held talks with her.
There was a deformity on her face. Her family ignored her because of her facial deformity. After I came to agree with my family, I brought her to Addis Ababa. Then I took her to Face in Africa. Now after her 4th surgery, she can eat, talk and drink water. Above all, she used to hide herself, but now it is like she starts a new life with a new hope.